What is up, everyone? This is ReviewIt. I'm James, and this review is for the new Dreamworks animated movie, Mr. Peabody and Sherman. I saw this movie yesterday with my parents since I'm home for spring break, and I gotta say, I really enjoyed this movie. First off, this movie is based on the old cartoon, which I actually used to watch a lot of when I was younger. I used to watch this along with Rocky and Bullwinkle, Dudley Do-Right, all of those, and this is... The original show was pretty much like a history lesson told through cartoons where Mr. Peabody is a very, very, very intelligent dog, and he would take Sherman into all these different historical periods of time, and he would kind of give trivia about him, he would teach people about him, and kids would watch the show and they'd learn a lot about history as well. This movie, it takes that base story and makes a new story out of it. Very good family movie. It's another great effort from Dreamworks, and I'm starting to notice that Dreamworks is kind of becoming like the replacement for Pixar, because lately Pixar hasn't been putting out very great movies and Dreamworks has been stepping it up. So I don't know, I'm really excited to see what Dreamworks is going to keep doing and if Pixar can ever respond to this. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the review. The pros. The animation in this movie is amazing. Definitely one of the best things Dreamworks has been doing is that they've made their animation way better than it used to be. Not to say it was ever bad, but they've definitely stepped up and they've really improved it over the past few years. The voice acting in the movie was also really good as well. I don't necessarily know all the voice actors, but I know Ty Burrell from, I believe it's Modern Family. I don't watch that show, but I know the name. And he plays Mr. Peabody, and he does a great job of sounding like Mr. Peabody should sound. It's been a really long time since I watched the show, so I don't necessarily remember a whole lot of how they sound. But I know that I used to love the show, and when I heard him talk as Mr. Peabody, it sounded right to me. So there you go. Another thing, the plot is actually really interesting too. It's actually kind of a complex plot for a kids movie, and that's another thing that kind of seems like Dreamworks is starting to step over Pixar, is that they're starting to make plots that are good for pretty much anyone. I didn't feel like the plot had too many holes in it. There were a couple of things that were kind of stuck out to me, but nothing too bad. But overall, the plot was pretty good, and it was really enjoyable. Okay, another thing I loved about this movie is that it's hilarious. There are so many really good jokes. Of course, a lot of them are in the trailer, and that kind of bums me out, but there are a few in the movie that are really funny, and there are jokes in this movie that only adults will get. Like, there is a joke about Bill Clinton, which only adults are going to get that. No kid is going to understand that. And it was absolutely hilarious. I thought the jokes and the everything that was supposed to be funny in this movie was funny. There weren't any jokes that fell flat to me. Okay, now to get to the one negative thing about this movie is that it's kind of slow. And it's not agonizing slow like Monuments Men, but there are maybe these 5 to 10 minute scenes where it just kind of slows down and the movie kind of gets a little, you kind of want to check your watch, that kind of thing. But one thing about those slow moments, though, is that while these slow moments are happening, you are getting a chance to see the amazing animation that Dreamworks has put into this movie. So it's not necessarily a terribly bad thing, just kind of a little side note. Okay, with all of that being said, now it's time for the rating. I was thinking about matinee leading up to doing this video, but now really thinking about it and thinking that there was only one little flaw that really wasn't terrible, I think I'm going to have to go full price on this movie. I really enjoyed it. Is it a perfect movie? No, not really, but it's still a great family movie, and I definitely recommend it to any family who wants to go see a movie for the weekend. This is definitely one you should go see. I didn't see it in 3D, so I don't know about that, but this is definitely a movie worth checking out, and I will probably be buying this on Blu-ray when it hits. Alright, everybody, that's it for me today. This is Review It. I'm James. See you next time.